What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today. Guys, hanging out down here in the museum on a very, very early Saturday morning. Guys, I'm still working on my first cup of coffee. That's how early it is here at the museum. It's nice and quiet down here. But I'm having too much fun, guys, sharing these new Mego offerings with you. These new Mego figures are simply fantastic. And before I go any further, once again, guys, I've been checking out the comment sections on Facebook, talking to a lot of collectors. Guys, I'm getting these figures from movie posters, etc. Movie posters, etc. Now listen, I spoke to one of the representatives, James, at Movie Posters, etc., and he said that the Planet of the Apes figure sold out. You guys are going crazy. You're buying up everything, which is fantastic, guys. But the Planet of the Apes Cornelius is sold out, but they will be restocking. So, which is good news. These guys restock very quickly. As you can see, they have everything available. The figures that you're trying to find, they have. I speak from experience, guys, because I've been buying a lot of figures from these guys within the last month and a half, 2 months. So Cornelius is sold out right now, but Dr. Zaius is still in stock. I checked myself. The Rocketeer is about to sell out, though. Guys, these things are going fast. These are fantastic figures. They're selling out fast because these are the figures that we always wanted. And Planet of the Apes is a franchise, a movie franchise, a toy franchise that we have all grown up with, especially if you were a kid of the 60s and the 70s. I'm a kid of the 70s. Planet of the Apes was one of my all-time favorite movies. I had a ape soldier when I was a kid back in the late 1970s. I never had Cornelius, though. I always wanted Cornelius. I don't know why my parents didn't buy me Cornelius, but I always wanted him. Now, guys, you don't have to worry about that. Mego has brought the Planet of the Apes to 2021, to the 21st century now, guys. I know a lot of collectors have been clamoring for these figures ever since Mego came back on the scene in 2018. Well, guys, now the wait is over. This Cornelius figure is absolutely gorgeous. It's fantastic. It looks just like the figure that we had when we were kids. These figures first hit the toy store shelves back in 1974 and was a smash hit. And to be reconnected with these figures now, Mego, this is what we've been talking about, Mego. I'm talking directly to Mego now. This is what we've been talking about. This is what we've been asking for the last 2-3 years. I don't know if it was a licensing issue. I don't know. What I do know is that Mego has heard us. Finally, they've listened to us. We have Planet of the Apes action figures. 8-inch action figures. And this Cornelius figure is fantastic. Attention to detail from the shoes to the outfit. Look at the fur around the wrists, sleeves. The beautiful design here. It's a leather-like material. And the head sculpt, fantastic. Very retro, very 1974 Mego, Planet of the Apes. And being a museum curator, this is a figure that I've been waiting on for quite some time to add to my museum collection. Guys, we all know that the vintage Planet of the Apes Mego figures really go for an arm and a leg nowadays. You know, you want to pay $200-300 for a mint on card action figure, or even a clean, loose figure. You're gonna pay some money. Well, for $14-15, guys, you can have these figures again. Card art is beautiful. We know that iconic scene with Lady Liberty here embedded halfway into the soft sand on the shores. That iconic name here. Guys, your thoughts, your opinions. How do you feel about Mego releasing the Planet of the Apes figures again? Are you happy? Are you trying to get these figures from, well, my good buddies at Movie Posters, etc., has told me that they have absolutely sold out of the Cornelius figure, and they're on their way to selling out of the Dr. Zayas figure. So that tells me all I really need to know how popular and how desperately collectors have been clamoring for Planet of the Apes action figures. That's all I need to know, is to look on the toy website, Movie Posters, etc.'s toy website, and see that this figure is completely sold out. But they're going to be restocking, guys, so don't worry. I like the fact that you see back here behind him, you can see Cornelius, played by Roddy McDowell. Famed actor. Charlton Heston, Kim Hunter. There's so many big names that helped this movie become an absolutely blockbuster success, a cult classic, iconic scenes, iconic phrases from the movie. Just a fantastic, get you a blown out look here. This is what you guys have been waiting on. This is what you guys have been hoping and wishing for. And let's see, special thanks to consultant Dr. Mego, sculptors Sean Sampson, and seamstress is Rachel Baker, who, like I said, I can't say enough about Rachel Baker's work. She's doing fantastic work. And this is paying huge homage to the vintage Planet of the Apes figures. The attention to detail in this outfit is fantastic. I just love those shoes, guys. I'm sorry. I just love those shoes. Guys, we want to hear all of it. Your Planet of the Apes, collector stories, childhood stories. Like I said, I had the ape soldier. He was one of my favorites. Everywhere I went, I carried that ape soldier with me. This is another very interesting question, and we'll delve a little bit more into this at a later date, but I want to touch on it right now. With the vintage Planet of the Apes figures, how does that hurt the market? You're going to have some people say, well, I'm not going to buy these new figures because I have the vintage figures, and I think the vintage figures are worth more. I think these figures are hurting the vintage figure sales. I want to sell my vintage figure. I've heard it all before with other figures. So your thoughts on that, guys? Are you, or how excited are you about these new Planet of the Apes Mego figures? We finally got them back, guys. Mego has brought them back out, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Your thoughts, your opinions, guys. We're still talking about a movie that originally came out in 1968, and we're here in 2021, and it's more popular than ever, and the toys are just off the charts with popularity. They've maintained their selling points, everything. Their collectability. People are still paying top dollar for these figures. Once again, I can't say this enough. This figure is sold out at movie posters, etc. That tells you all you really need to know, guys. You know the routine, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us here today on an early Saturday morning at the museum. Let us know what you think in a comment section right underneath this video. God bless. Stay safe. And keep collecting.